evidence of hundreds of civilian killings is now being gathered in Ukraine. A team from the International Criminal Court has arrived to help war crimes prosecutions. The UN has recorded at least 3,700 deaths across the country, but President Volodymyr Zelensky maintains Russia is both desperate and failing.
One of the representatives of the Russian state said that the occupiers began to use laser weapon systems in Ukraine, allegedly to save missiles. First, the fact that they have to save on missiles and somehow explain that attracts attention. The more than 2,000 missiles fired by the Russian army in Ukraine made up the bulk of their stockpile.
Meanwhile, in Kiev, the trial of this 21-year-old Russian soldier has begun. Vadim Shishimarin is accused of murdering an unarmed Ukrainian man riding a bicycle. He has pleaded guilty and faces life in prison. 3 months after U.S. diplomats evacuated this compound, they returned to Kiev to reopen the embassy. A sure sign of stability in the Ukrainian capital after the country's forces pushed Russian troops back to the east. Russia's attack on Ukraine has also had a staggering impact on the global food supply. Combined, the two countries produce a third of the world's wheat, which feeds millions of people across Africa and Asia. Washington says only Moscow can be blamed for soaring food prices.
Some have tried to blame the sanctions imposed on the Russian Federation by the United States and many other countries for worsening this crisis. This is false. When we impose sanctions on Russia in order to end the war as quickly as possible, we deliberately and carefully created exceptions for agricultural goods and fertilizer.
The war has also sped up European initiatives to reduce their reliance on Russian fossil fuels. Leaders of the 4 countries that border the North Sea have announced they're building a wind farm there.
All of us share a vision of making the North Sea a green power plant and to develop a strong, integrated green energy system that will speed up the necessary green transition. We have to phase out Putin's gas.
40% of Europe's gas supply comes from Russia, which is why the European Union has been so hesitant to sanction it. Yasmine El-Sabawi, TRT World.